And number one, from just a little bit over a year ago, we've got over here a Metroidvania action platformer, actually quite a bit inspired by Metroid games themselves, hence the combat and the heavy gameplay elements, called Moadra. The fact that you can play the game as an astronaut, in fact as an alien explorer astronaut on the verge of a discovery for his heritage. In my opinion, actually probably the best platformer of the day here in today's list. All we know about it, however, is that it's coming to PCs only sometime next year. Coming up behind that, we've got, once again, Trinity Fusion. This is a science fiction action roguelike that was actually announced last month, and in case you weren't up to date, held a pretty cool beta about a week ago. And another one, in case you're interested, taking place right this very day, actually holding for a whole week. This game's pretty much in the same vein as Dead Cells, for those of you looking for a sequel to that. This might just be exactly what you're looking for. The game is said to be coming out fully for all consoles as well sometime next year. Star Hearts, on the other hand, is now being funded on a Kickstarter. Well, a project that first we heard about around June this year, but in case you're unfamiliar with, this is a 8-bit action-adventure heavily inspired by the old Nintendo classics, the old one, in which, like Shinobi, Metroid Zero games, and even Castlevania, it offers a pixel-perfect design on top of a very cool soundtrack. Game's available through a demo on Steam and set to be coming out around fall next year. Take a look. Soul Cipher, on the other hand, the code within, from earlier a couple of months ago, over here, is a 2.5 dimensional side-scroller Metroidvania about the awakening of a military robot after some machine disaster in some distant future, where all machines have decided to wipe out humanity or just any living creature. So then you come in handy over here and to finally try to save the day with this super cool upgrade system and level based stuff. Check it out, this game's set to be coming to PCs in about a few months from now. It's just like Alien Shooter, but a platformer. Joymasher developers finally came out and revealed the release date of Vengeful Guardian, Moonrider. Well, apparently the game is now coming to PC, Switch, and the PlayStation consoles only January 12th next year. To accompany the great news, we've got a new trailer, a free demo on Steam. There ain't really much I would like to talk about over here since we've got everything, and this is just how it really looks now. Moving on, we have from roughly 2 years ago, sitting on Steam ever since through a demo, is something over here called Inferno, a 2D platform adventure game heavily inspired by the 16-bit platformers, and just about the revealing of a long-buried truth. Believe it or not, it's a Ragnarok-based story we're talking about here, and taking place in some distant future where you'd be trying to restore some peace. Well, check it out, this game's set to be coming to PCs only, early to mid next year. At number 7 from April this year, we've got over here Ren the Last Child, touted on Steam as a dark fairy tale Metroidvania in which you, as a demi-goddess, are on a journey to rediscover your magical powers that you've once possessed. It's actually precisely what you'd get by mixing Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and a little bit of Ori games. Check it out. This one's set to be coming to PC, Switch, and other consoles as well between January to March next year.
It's falling to pieces in front of me. Your brothers and sisters betrayed me. I need you to save them. But all I can give you is will. Now go, save my creation.
Moving on, we have once again retitled to Rebel Transmute, one of the Metroidvania games I've been patiently waiting to have hands on, finally for ages, and now actually coming to PCs and Switch, probably March next year. We have honestly, when it comes to classics, Transmute over here easily takes the cake. Its inspiration not only comes from games like Metroid, but then also Contra, Castlevania, and a lot more. Check it out, game sitting on Steam through a free demo as well.
unrelenting rain. A believer would see forgiveness. That is not what I am.
Sitting on his Kickstarter campaign at number 9, from all the way back June 2020, we've got over here once again SteamDolls, Order of Chaos. It's probably the oldest Metroidvania game in the making in today's list. In fact, already gathered 3 times its initial goal on the Kickstarter and now into stretch goals. Check it out, guys. SteamDolls is sitting on Steam through a demo. The full game, however, is set to be coming out for PC, Switch, and other consoles as well, early to mid next year. At number 10, we've got Arksync. This is a twin-stick shooter and one with a hell of a nostalgia, taken from the old Blackthorn game from almost 30 years ago. Arksync over here is on its way to only PCs in about a few months from now, I've heard. Game's described there as a bullet hell Contra meet cyberpunk roguelike offline and online shooter. Check it out, the game is playable in co-op, of course, and this is how it looks. Moving on at number 11, we have from roughly 24 hours ago, something over here called Rusted Moss, described by developers as a twin-stick shooter, grappling hook-based Metroidvania, actually quite a bit inspired from games like Bionic Commando from all the way back the Nintendo Classic era, and an exploration-based like Castlevania. Check it out. This game's sitting on Steam through a free demo as well and set to be coming out fully for PCs February next year.
Humans, my last unsolved mystery. I've given you a new planet. I've built you a new home. I will decompile you into raw digital data. No matter how many weapons you find.
At number 12, we've got from earlier May this year, something over here called Sinus. Described to be a futuristic action platformer RPG with Metroidvania and roguelike elements. It's actually somewhat a mix of Neon Abyss, albeit it ain't a dungeon crawler nor a procedurally generated based game, but a story-based linear adventure. Check it out, this one's sitting on Steam through a free demo as well, and eventually coming out fully for PCs sometime next year.
How many missions you complete? How many agents you kill? You will never reach me.
And last but not least, pretty much just like the previously mentioned game Rebel Transmute, we've got over here a wholly Metroidvania-inspired action platformer called Pentacore. What is described by the old developers as a Metroidvania with a focus on platforming and exploration, with the main character's sole purpose trying to find 5 keys and leave a prison. Check it out, this one's also coming to PCs only, sometime actually early next year.